Welcome back. Part 4, Episode 3, September 28, 2021. Thank you, dear God. Thank you, my angels. Besides feeling my allergies kick in, I have felt really good today. And when I look back and think about where I was and what I have done, I have come a long way. And I'm so grateful for that and the guidance. September 29, 2021. What a day. I spent time with my great niece. The 22nd, it was her birthday, and this was the time we both had free. We went to lunch and we had a good time. We took some pictures and I gave her her gift. This girl is really special to me. When I got back home, I became emotional. My body is tight, my head hurts. I couldn't think straight. I cried. I cried so hard, my chest is hurting. My jaws were hurting, and I knew then I have got to stop this emotional train I'm on. I hate feeling like this. I feel sick. I prayed to God, and after a little while I stood up and said, I have got to get with it. I have to be strong, and that is what I'm going to do. Megan's cemetery case will be finished, and I will be fine. I know I'm not giving up on anything. Good night, everyone. September 30th, 2021. I did not sleep well last night. I'm not sure what it was, but I do know when I woke up from what sleep I did get, I felt pretty good. I'm happy to feel this way. My day began. 8:58 a.m. Patty called. We talked for about 30 minutes, and she asked if I had heard anything yet. Then she said, if you have to come up within the next 2, 3 weeks, the boys will be in school, and during the school day hours, I could go with you. I said, I haven't heard from anyone yet, but he had some more work to do, so when he's done, I will then. I told her too that would be so awesome if you could. I asked Carla to come with me for moral support, and she said she would. We didn't talk much longer and hung up. When Madison was ready to get her day started, Madison asked if she could go see Wyatt and Megan on our way to the stores. We had to get some things from the grocery store and a shoe store she needed to go in to get a pair of shoes for senior pictures this weekend. We left to go get gas, then I drove to the cemetery. Madison and it just seems like no matter what we go do, we find a good time within it. I enjoy going with her. I pulled into the cemetery at 12:36 p.m. I pulled up to Wyatt. It's a cloudy, rainy day today. As we visited with him, and I talked with him and prayed to him, I told him I loved him, and I pulled around to see Megan. It started to rain a little harder than the sprinkles we were having, but I did get to take some pictures. Her flowers are still there, and I greatly appreciate it. We sat and visited with Megan for a little while, and as I talked with her and prayed to her to guide me, streaks of lightning lit up in the tree line across the field west of the cemetery. Madison and I saw the streaks. Then we heard a sizzling sound in the grass across the fence. It was odd. I told Madison, she's letting us know she's here. I said the spiritual world is so much stronger than the earthling world. Madison shook her head up and down. We sat with her for a little while longer because I had tears in my eyes, and I just needed to be there with her. When I was ready to pull away, I told her I loved her, and we left the cemetery. 6:07 p.m. I am going to relax. Everyone have a good evening. October 1st, 2021. It's been raining here yesterday and this morning, and it may rain off and on until tomorrow. I know the cemetery may be saturated, but may not be flooded. They did fill some dirt in where the puddle, or I should say pond, would lay after it rains. So I will, Madison and or Madison will go through later and check it out. But we will check it out today. Right now, though, I just needed to get other things done. But I have to believe it's a good day. so far anyway. Everyone seems to be good, so I'm good too. And I made it even better by spending time with myself. I went for a long drive and I listened to some of my favorite music. I jammed and I drove. I needed it too. When I arrived home, my mind was clearer and I knew what I needed to do to stay grounded to get this done. Because we all know I'm not giving up. Madison did go through the cemetery this evening, and it is not flooded, and that's a good thing. October 2nd, 2021. God be with me. I adore you, Megan and Wyatt. What a morning. The afternoon was a little better. I stayed busy with Madison. She had to get her nails done today for her senior pictures on Monday. I dropped her off there and I went home to get the gifts for a baby shower ready, and Carla messaged. 4:14 p.m. Carla wrote, "Hey, I just started looking through your paperwork. I am going through the timeline. Beep, beep is in prison. So I wonder if that was around the time you sent your certified mail letters. Got to get ready to head for work, but I will look at some more. I will get the recipes to you when I can." 4:31 p.m. I messaged Carla. I wrote, it was after I had sent him my information. Those are the brick walls I have run into with this. Thank you for looking at it and have a good day at work. 4:58 p.m. Carla wrote, that is frustrating. Sorry that you have hit those kind of brick walls. It is important to you, so I will look at it some more. And you have a good day too. Madison messaged saying to head her way to pick her up. So I went to get Madison and we went to a baby shower. And it was really nice. After the baby shower, Madison was called to go to work, so I dropped her off and I was able to go home and rest a little while. And I did. 9:36 p.m. I left to go pick up Madison, and the day ended on a good note, and I so needed it to. Thank you, dear God. Another day closer to getting this done for Megan and for the others. October 3rd, 2021. Good day, everyone. 12:07 p.m. Patty called. We talked for about 2 hours. She asked, have you heard anything? I said, no, not since the last message. But he did say it would take him some time. And when he contacted me, he did say he had more work to do. So I'm going to be patient and wait for him to get me the results. She said, it would be nice to get this done. I said, well, yeah. We talked about other things, her dad, her grandbabies, a friend of mine, and any and all to get caught up in sharing what we had been doing. 2:36 p.m. It's a beautiful day, and when Madison gets off work, we will go visit Wyatt and Megan. 7:03 p.m. Madison and I left to go pick up Zoe and we went to the cemetery. The sun is setting and it's beautiful. There are a few people here. We sat with Wyatt for a little while and then went to visit Megan. I took pictures and talked and prayed to both of them. I love you, my angels. I drove home and we had a good evening. Thank you for this day. October 4th, 2021. When I woke up, I was feeling positive, and throughout my morning, I'm staying positive. Bless, beep, and beep to fulfill their work for me, for us. Thank you. Madison got her senior pictures done today, and it was a lot of fun. After dinner, I'm relaxing, and I receive a message from beep, the photographer. 6:56 p.m. He wrote, I'm done with the photo. It takes way longer to perfect than I thought. I'm so sorry it's taking so long. I wrote, no, no, no. I appreciate what you were doing, and you had warned me of it takes time. I'm patient. It's been a long fight, and I need it to be done correctly. Thank you so much for keeping me updated. Have a good evening. 8:14 p.m. I looked out the window and I said, thank you, God. Beep, sent me a message just after I prayed to God for beep or beep to get in touch. Beep did. I'm happy to see his message. I don't know why beep isn't communicating, but it could be just another broken promise. I will wait to get these results and then see what I have to do next. When I was done writing this evening, a thought came to mind, and I know it may not mean anything to anyone else, but to me, they all three mean something. While out at the park today doing Madison's senior year pictures, we saw a butterfly right off. I said, I love you, my angels, and I took a couple pictures of it. Madison saw turtles on a log, but with the miscommunication we were having, I didn't see the turtles. Then, as we walked toward the entrance, I saw bunnies running. I snapped a couple of pictures, and the turtles are for Wyatt, the bunnies are for Megan. So much to be thankful for today. October 5th, 2021. Besides trying to stay positive, I'm staying busy and hopeful. I keep pushing for beep to call soon. I'm staying positive that someone could be working on it behind the scenes. But why haven't I heard anything? I'm in the dark. I'm able to relax today, and I did. I went to bed early and it felt good. October 6, 2021. Thank you, my babies. October 7th, 2021. Well, we had plans to go to the cemetery this afternoon, but by the time we went to beep, beep to visit Dixie the horse, we didn't get back until close to 6 p.m., so we didn't make it today. When I was able to sit down to relax, I realized today was full of good thoughts, with tears, of course, and positive thinking. So I will wait for beep to finish the picture overlays. Thank you so much. Beep. October 8, 2021, 12:33 p.m. Madison and I left to go to the cemetery. And when we arrived over there and I pulled in, there were city workers there. I didn't drive all the way back to Wyatt. I had to pull onto the street running east and west between Megan and Wyatt. After we sat with him for a little while, I turned to go towards Megan's area and we sat with her for a little while. I told my angels I loved them. I took a few pictures. Megan's flowers are still there, and we got out of there. And not because anyone is being disrespectful. It's just that I don't need to stir the pot, being this close to having it in my hands. I will keep myself together for Megan and God and the rest of them. When we got back home, Madison was getting ready for work, and when she left, I decided to make a glass of sweet tea and sit down to relax. I pray, dear God, that someone, beep or beep, anyone, will help. October 9th and 10th. The weather is gloomy and it's going to rain. I can feel it. I pray, I talk to God, I prayed to my angels, and I tried to stay to myself until I knew what was going on with me. If it's the weather, I will feel better after it rains. I pray I'm not getting sick. October 11th, 2021. It must have been the weather because today I feel all right. My grandson Jeff needed a ride to the downtown pumpkin patch this morning, so Madison and I picked him up with two of his friends and dropped them off at the pumpkin patch. Madison asked, "Can we just go to the cemetery now that we are out?" I said, "Yes. Yeah, we can go now. After the storms and rain we've had last night, yes, we needed to go out there." 12:15 p.m. I went to see Wyatt. We visited with him and then went to see if we could see dirt around any headstones. Headstones that had dirt around them to build the ground up, not where someone had been buried. There is none. I drove up to see Megan, and yes, her flowers are still there. I took some pictures as I do every time I come out here. When I pulled away from Megan and after asking her to get inside, beeps Mom's heart for beep to help us and praying to her, baby, please let's get this done for you and for the others. I'm glad we went out there today because we weren't able to visit the other day when we were out there. And there is no laying water on the ground either. Maybe just wet, but not flooded. Thank God. For some reason, I have a heavy heart today, and I pray I can get this done. Get it done for God, for Megan, for all the babies in the area, and anyone else that doesn't have their headstone over them. I keep thinking too, every time I take pictures out there, the area of Babyland 6 West. Look at pictures from the early 2000s. The sign, Babyland 6 West sign, is and was in front of the same tree for years. And I know no one went out there of the day of the flood on May 7th to May 9th, 2015, to move the sign from one tree to another, from the one they cut down to put it where it is now. No one. That did not happen. And I know the truth to be the truth. God, please help me to express it with the right words. Bless tomorrow to be the day. October 12th, 2021. What an emotional day. I'm staying positive or trying to. I do have my moments. I know I keep praying and asking for beep to get done overlaying the pictures. I asked too for beep to call, but so far nothing has happened. I get so darn frustrated. But I do know one day soon, I hope the truth will be told. Thank you, God. October 13th, 2021. Another morning waking up and feeling sick to my stomach, like something bad is going to happen. It's such a weird kind of feeling. 10:01 a.m., my phone dinged like I had a message. I didn't even want to look at it because of the feeling I was having. A few minutes later, I looked over at my phone and it's beep. He sent a video of the reenactment pictures I had done 2008 to 2020. He wrote, is that hers or am I doing the wrong one? Stuff is definitely moved and missing. I wrote, yes, headstones were moved. Megan's headstone is behind the brownish greenery by the tree. I will send a picture to point her out. I sent a picture of the tree and pointed out where the flowers were behind the tree. Beep wrote, thank gosh I did the right one. I spent 23 total hours studying and making sure that was 100% lined up. I wrote, see the tree, then behind the tree there are orange looking flowers. That's where Megan's headstone was put in 1999. Not there now due to floodwaters on May 7th, 2015. Beep wrote, thank you for having me to do this. Even though it's taken me a lot of time, I hope it helps you. I wrote, oh my gosh. So with what you found, my baby's headstone is not where it should be. Beep wrote, looks to be feet off. He wrote, I feel so bad for you. 10:14 a.m. I sent Jen the video that Beep sent me. I wrote, look what I got today, just now. I hope it let you watch it. Jen wrote, oh my gosh. 10:32 a.m. I sent Carla the video. I wrote, I know you're on your trip, but I wanted you to see the first picture. I received it this morning. I hope it plays for you to see. I love you and have a safe trip. If anything, save this for me. Carla wrote, not very clear on my end, but it looks cool. And I love you. I wrote, we are going to beep. Carla wrote, do you have any idea of when? I wrote, maybe in the next few weeks to a month. Carla wrote, all right, good to know. It will give me time to work on stuff. I wrote, right. 10:43 a.m. I sent Madison the video. Madison and I talk about it, of what's going on with this, but Madison already knows. 12:01 p.m. I sent the video to Patty. I wrote, I got this morning, the overlay picture. Oh my gosh, girl. 12:03 p.m. Beep wrote, I'm glad this helps you all so much. It helps my mom and I to be wise. 1:03 p.m. Zoe messaged. She wrote, hey, you guys okay? She was checking on us because we have had storms here. I wrote, yeah, we are babies. Thank you. Zoe wrote, that's good. Love you guys. 2:30 p.m. I replied to Beep's message. It does, and I'm glad it's helping your mom and you too. Thank you so much. Really, thank you. 8:34 p.m. Susie called. I told her what was going on and told her it is great news. 8:35 p.m. I sent Susie the two pictures he overlaid and the video. We talked about these two pictures and she reassured me, you've got this. We talked about other things and a while later we hung up. Wow, what a day. I have been so emotional and I felt good all at the same time. I need this over soon. October 14th, 2021, 5:34 p.m. Patty messaged. She asked what had been going on. I wrote, I've been busy with Madison's picture, getting stuff done for the graduation party, and I may be going to beep to talk to the reporter soon. And the only thing I'm doing that beep said she would do is overlay the picture, then look over all the information, which I don't have to do that. I know the story. Then go to the reporter. Have a good night. 7:32 p.m. Patty messaged. She wrote, when are you going? Because I would like to be part of your journey. I just need to rest. Seriously, I'm wiped out. Hug Madison for me. I wrote, in about 3 weeks to a month. Get rest if you want to go. It is really appreciated. 9:42 p.m. Patty wrote, I want to go, Em. Good note. I'm going to charge my phone and myself. I wrote, all right, good. Thank you. Yes, rest, please. We have to be on top. Good night. And not long after she sent these messages, it was a good night for me too. October 15th, 2021. Beep message. 10:51 a.m. Beep wrote, damn it, this breaks my heart. The flood definitely moved them. Looks to be about a foot forward on everything, and they're shifted too. 11:10 a.m. I wrote, much appreciated, and I already knew that. And it's so emotional. And thank you so much. 11:18 a.m. I messaged Patty with what B had written. I wrote, I just received this. Patty wrote, oh wow, you should ask him if he knows reporters. He sees what we already knew. I wonder if he will also write a letter in conclusion. I wrote, yes, he already said he would. It's awesome news. It's beginning with the proof, and I am going. Maybe sooner than I thought because I thought it would take him longer. But he's getting it done. I'm so thankful. 11:20 a.m. I also sent the screenshot pictures to Jen. I wrote, I just received this message. Jen wrote, wow. 11:59 a.m. Beep wrote, this evening I'll build a side by side. I wrote, thank you so much. October 16th, 2021, 9:17 a.m. As I'm getting my morning started feeling blessed, I'm so grateful for the picture overlay. But I already knew the results. Man, what a day. So much going on, but when I went to pick up Madison from work, we went to the cemetery. It was getting dark. We did make it there, though, before it got too dark. 7:02 p.m. I pulled into the cemetery and I drove back to see Wyatt, of course. We sat with him for a couple minutes, then I drove around to see Megan. While driving, praying, asking the loved ones out there to help me get this done. We sat with Megan for a few minutes and I prayed to her. I told both of my angels we loved them, and her flowers were still there. My heart just gets so heavy being out here, but I have to keep my eyes on the area for a while still. As I left the cemetery, I felt a sense of peace. I pray my babies and all the others will help us get this done. I drove home and I needed to relax. Madison and I ate dinner and she went to give her friend a ride to the store. I'm relaxing and enjoying the quiet. I want to thank God for this day as every day. I pray to Him daily to get this fixed, and I know the day will come for the truth to be told, and I know God will have it fixed. Thank you. October 17th, 2021. This morning, when waking up, I felt that bad gut feeling again. I asked God to watch over me, help me to be well, watch and bless all of my babies, my family, and friends. The gut feeling went away. Wow, that fast. 9:58 a.m. I started my day. A little busy cleaning and doing laundry for the week ahead. I prayed today could be the day. The morning was quiet with a peaceful feeling. I'm praying now that I am seeing beep back on the cemetery page, or at least on my notification page. Now, whether she's doing anything or not, she's back on. I wish she would call and tell me something. 1:25 p.m. Lisa messaged. She wrote, "Any more news?" I wrote, "Just from beep, not from beep, although beep has been back on, but nothing yet." Lisa wrote, "I'm not a fan." I wrote, "Me neither." She hadn't been on in weeks, but for the past few days she has been on notifications and on the cemetery page, or someone's been on it. But now what? It's been since June, and I'm about ready to get it done without her slow playing. Lisa wrote, "Right." I said, "You have fun today." Lisa wrote, "Thank you." 3:27 p.m. Jen called. We talked for about 20 minutes. We talked about where my brother Bill had drowned in beep. I told her I was planning to go and to sit at the lake and throw a couple roses in the water. Something is pulling me to go there for some reason. We talked about the overlay of the picture and what beep is or isn't doing. But like I said, I am doing exactly what beep said she would do, except like I said before, I overlaid the pictures. I don't have to investigate the story. I know the story. Then go talk to a reporter. I did forget one thing though, that beep said to do. She said, "I will send a message to the city on their beep page and see if they erase it." Jen and I talked a little longer and hung up. Thank you, God. October 18th, 2021. Could today be the day? Wow, how weird. I'm not normally a paranoid person, but lately I have been having premonitions, gut feelings about people that have come into my life over the past few months. But I was just thinking, what really was Beep's intention of getting in touch with me? To stall me? That didn't work. Why hasn't she stayed in touch? Beep has, if it's just to update me. So hello, Beep, where you at? Your last words were the end of July to the beginning of August, first week in August. I haven't heard anything from you. This is October. I'm moving on without you. I have been. Let's get with it. Let's get it done. Today, for some reason, well, any reason, this reason, My heart is so heavy. I cried and I had to sit down. I talked to God for a matter of a few moments, and the tears were gone, and I could breathe. The heavy heart is gone too. It was like He was letting me know I have no reason to have a heavy heart or any reason to be crying. God really is good. Thank you, God. 1:11 p.m. When Madison got back this afternoon from running errands, she and I went to the store to buy new flowers for Halloween for Wyatt and Megan. 1:32 p.m. we left. After we were done at the store, I headed towards the cemetery. First, though, I stopped at beep, beep to get some lunch to sit with the babies out there and eat. We used to do that a lot until all this happened. When we got there, there's no one there but the lawn people. It isn't the city people, it's an independent company. Madison did take a picture of the truck. I pulled up in the street between Megan and Wyatt, and we ate lunch. The guys were mowing while we sat there eating. The time on the clock was 3:33 p.m. Thank you, Jesus. When we were done, I drove to the back of the cemetery and pulled around to where I could see Wyatt first. We put his flowers on his headstone and talked with him for a little while. Madison took pictures. When we were done, I pulled around to see Megan. The flowers I just took off Wyatt's headstone, I am going to divide them in Babyland 6 West, and Megan's old flowers too. I separated them for all the babies. When we were done, we left the cemetery, and I went and picked up my grandson from his friends and took him home. 5:01 p.m. I messaged Carla. I wrote, "Hi, baby. I'm glad you all made it home safely. I heard from the photographer, and well, you saw the results. I'm thinking about beginning of the month. Thank you." 7:34 p.m. Carla messaged back. She wrote, "All right, great. Just asking. Dan asked me, probably so he can plan. You and I definitely have some catching up to do. I can't wait." I wrote, "Yes, good to let him know. I can't wait to meet him. Yes, we will catch up. We will have a long feud of 4 or 5 days to talk. Laugh too much, talk and laugh some more. But don't mind me if I have to cry. I will be all right, though. Everyone said it's good that you are going with me, and I can't wait either." 7:35 p.m. I sent Patty a message. I wrote, "Oh my gosh, my angels above are at work helping me. I will tell you about it when we talk, but all is good. Exactly what I've been saying. Love you and take care." Carla wrote, "Don't worry about crying. I do it sometimes too. I can't wait for all the days to catch up." October 19th, 2021. My thoughts were clear this morning. I had a good night's sleep and I am appreciating my angels helping me yesterday. 9:23 a.m. Patty called. We talked for about an hour and a half. She was at the stores and wanted to catch up a bit, wanted me to send her the information about the cemetery in beep, beep. She needed her friend's name from the article about it. So after we talked, when we hung up, I looked for the article. 10:44 a.m. I wrote, "Okay, girl, I have gone back 3 years and I don't have the information. You did send it text, right?" Patty wrote, I don't know. And did you send me the beep information? I need both, but I need to lay down right now for a bit." I wrote, "Yes." She wrote, "You sent to me, not me sent to you." I wrote, "Let me relook. I will find it." A little while later, I wrote, "I found it." I sent her about 8 pages of the article. I wrote, "I may have the same page twice. They may be messed up, not in order, but sent, because the guy's picture was at the bottom of the story." 3:45 p.m. Patty messaged back. She wrote, "I've been looking also. I found this." She sent 2 pictures and wrote, "I will have to get on this soon." She sent another picture and wrote, I got to get my mind back into all I did that afternoon before I craft an email. Patty sent another photo of messages. I wrote, yes, that's part of what I sent you. I'm staying hopeful. I'm staying positive. I'm staying strong, or at least I hope I am. 3:54 p.m. I may have spoken of this before, and I may not have, but I put the letter, the timeline, and the pictures with description for each packet. I have enough for 10 of them. I put the files together, and now I am putting them in the envelopes. 4:02 p.m. Patty messaged. She wrote, now I gotta find his correct email address. I wrote, all right, cool, thank you, lifelong girlfriend. I've known Patty since birth. I was 2. 4:04 p.m. I finished stuffing the envelopes. 4:04. I adore you, Megan. I'm so grateful when I'm kept informed. I appreciate all the help, no matter who it is. And on this day, October 19th, 2021, full red moon, I sent the information to Patty and she sent a thumbs up back. 6:00 p.m. I sent Patty a message and I wrote, let's hope we see it. And all comes true. Thanks, girlfriend. Patty wrote, yes, we will. I will forward you the email I have been thinking of what to say. He is one of the oldest anchor reporters in that area. Beep, beep is pretty popular too, but he is young. His dad, beep, beep, is who hired me at beep, but mentioning his dad would get us nowhere. Beep, channel, beep, beep. This could work. I wrote, all right, yes. Oh my gosh, yes, it could work. It will work. Give me the strength. Bless B to let me know what she has. Bless her to reach out to me. Bless Megan to matter. October 20th, 2021. When I woke up with a heavy heart, I just wanted to put my head back under the blanket. I try. I try hard to carry on. And I do that because I know 100% what the truth is. And I know someone somewhere will listen. They will believe me. And oh my gosh, thank you, dear God. That's how I know He's here with me. October 21st, 2021. Okay, not bad feeling this morning. I'm feeling anxious. I'm anxious to get it done and look for a reporter outside of beep. And I know too, it all happens when it is supposed to. I'm keeping the faith. 8:38 a.m. Patty called. We only talked a few minutes, but she wanted me to know she sent the reporter in beep an email. The email came back. She said, so I don't have his current email. She said, I will try later. I said, yes, try later. She said, all right, if you can, try to find his email address and I will call you later. I said, I will look. We said our goodbye. Later this afternoon, Madison had a couple errands to run and she wanted me to go with her. I drove. When we were done, I had a premonition to go see the angels, but then a quick thought came to mind. I can go through tomorrow before we leave to go to beep. I want to go to the lake that my brother Bill drowned in. He was trying to save someone and they both drowned. 1977. I'm taking the three sisters, Madison, Zoe, and Lily, to beep, beep amusement park. And before we leave, beep on Sunday, we are going to drive another 2 hours to go to the lake. I'm going to put a red rose in the water, one for each brother and sisters. Something is pulling me to do this. I feel I need to, living this close to where it's happened. So I will. Wow, I'm staying positive. I have to. And as my afternoon was turning into evening, I'm playing music and cleaning my bedroom, and as I'm listening to the music, I feel pretty good. I got chills, and it's like something is telling me not to worry. It's gonna happen. I got a feeling of relief and finished cleaning. Thank you, whoever it was. I chuckled and thought, I know who it is. October 22nd, 2021. Today. Today we are heading beep. I am going to where my brother Bill had drowned. Prayers for a safe and healthy trip. I love you, Megan and Wyatt. Before we left, Madison and I went through the cemetery just to see them before we leave. 2:03 p.m. we visited with the angels for a little while. Madison took a couple pictures. When we were done at the cemetery, we headed out. An hour away from our destination, we had to turn around and go home. I was so mad. Mad. I wanted so badly just to get back on the road that night and travel the 3 hours. But I decided not to. The next morning, I decided to go. If it was to just go to the lake and not to the amusement park. Madison and I went to pick up Zoe and Lily, and we were on the road again. We arrived safely, and I was so thankful. The girls had fun at the amusement park for a few hours that same night. We took a drive around the area, and it was so beautiful. We got something to eat and went back to the room to get ready to relax to go to sleep. The next morning, I drove another 2.5 hours to the lake where my brother had drowned back in 1977. We found it. Well, Madison did. She is a great little navigator, traveling buddy. Thank you, Madison. When I first sat down on the dock, I started to cry. I told him for each one of the brothers and sisters that we love him and miss him. I would throw the rose in the water after each one. There was 12 roses. After I was done, I stood up and Madison said, "Look." I turned my head towards the water and trees and she said, "No, look at the rubber bands." I looked and they were in a heart shape. Then Zoe said, "Look, there's a butterfly." I took a picture of both the rubber bands and the butterfly. I knew then my brother Bill was there with us. It was emotional, but I'm so proud I was the one who got to do that for him. We love and miss you, Bill. Rest in peace. We left the lake and headed back to beep. We arrived home safely also. I looked up and said, "Thank you." October 25th, 2021. 10:13 a.m. I sent Carla a message. I wrote, "I'm keeping my fingers crossed this week. I will know when we will leave. I will let you know. Have a great day and good week." Carla wrote, "All right, I love you and have a great week, day too." Today I did nothing. I recuperated. I needed to. October 26, 2021. This morning when I woke up, I thought, wow, I feel as though there was a burden lifted from me. I asked Madison, "Do you want to go see Megan and Wyatt?" She said, "Yeah, we could." We did. On the trip over, Madison pointed out 1:11 on the clock. I smiled and thought positive thoughts. I pray they come true. We arrived at the cemetery and no one's here. And I like it like that. I drove to Wyatt first, but I looked over at Megan's aerial while I passed. We sat with Wyatt for a little while, then I drove up to Megan's. 1:15 p.m. I talked to Megan and Wyatt and asked them to watch over us as we go to beep or beep, beep, or wherever I need to go. I will go. I told them we loved them and we pulled away. Yes, Megan's flowers are still there, and the other flowers that I put on the other headstones are still on there too. And I really do appreciate it. October 27th, 2021. Wow, waking up this morning, I felt my stress level high. 8:03 a.m., my brother John called, and I couldn't answer at that time. I laid there thinking, and I thought of messaging Jen. 8:33 a.m. I wrote, "Baby, is there any way you can find the parents of the baby with the rock headstone or tell me what to do to find it?" While at the cemetery, I noticed someone had cut lines around Sheridan Beep's rock headstone. And the only thing I could think is maybe the parents or parent may have gone out there and were going to move it back themselves, move it to the tree where it belongs. So if so, I need to find these people somehow. Let me know what to do. And thank you so much. Jen wrote, "What was the name, the last name?" I wrote, "Sheridan Beep," or the other way around. Don't know the last name. I sent Jen a picture of what it looks like with the cut marks. I wrote, "See the lines cut?" Jen wrote, "Yes." All right, do you know when she passed away? How is the last name spelled? Because the rock looks like a Y at the end. I wrote, "I believe it's 1996. It looks like on the rock. Sheridan." Okay, yeah, that must be her first name, and her middle name is Sheridan. Could be her last name? Jen wrote, "Okay, let me see if I can find anything." I wrote, "All right, thank you." 9:04 a.m. Jen called. She said, "You're going to love me." I said, "I already love you." We laughed. She said, "I found the information. One of them lives in Tennessee and the other one lives in beep." I said, "The last time I had seen them out at the cemetery, and that was years ago, Madison and I sat at the pavilion eating lunch and watched them standing over her grave. They even took something off of Megan's headstone and put it on Sheridan's headstone, the rock. And no one has been there since, or at least what I could notice. But I would take care of it quite a bit for their baby's headstone." She said, "I'm going to send you the information of the parents, and looks like could be a grandparent." I said, "All right, thank you." We said we loved each other and we said our goodbyes. 9:06 a.m. Jen sent me 3 sheets of information. Thank you so much, baby. After thinking about the things for a little bit, I sent Jen another message. 9:52 a.m. I wrote, "Hey, if you get time, will you check out Beep's webpage and see if there's any talk on there? I can't until I'm ready to go to the media. Thank you, baby. Only when you have time." Jen wrote, "There is nothing on there. It talks about Halloween, elections, and meetings." I wrote, "All right, thank you." Jen wrote, "You are welcome." Man, oh man, I am stressed. I believe the weekend trip to see where my brother drowned at, and now going to start another couple of letters that I have to be written and get them sent out as soon as possible. Everyone have a good Wednesday. 8:43 p.m. Susie called. I was on the other line and had to call her back. 8:58 p.m. We talked for a couple hours as usual. We talked about what I found at the cemetery on Sheridan B. rock headstone. I told her about what looked like cut marks in the grass around her headstone. Susie thought it was weird. Then she said, "There's definitely something going on out there. Maybe that was the purpose of your trip to B to connect with Bill, to let you know when you get the signs you do, they are real because of the 2 signs you got while being there with him." She said also, she can feel something is going to happen. I said, "I do too." 9:53 a.m. I sent Susie the picture of Sheridan's rock headstone to show her where it looks like it was cut out. She thought that looked really odd. Then she told me, "Something is going on out there." I said, "You think?" She said, "Yes, it sure seems like it." I said, "I hope so. I want it fixed. I want to know 100% where Megan is, and I want Wyatt out of that cemetery." Susie said, "I can't blame you there." We talked about how she thought that was the purpose of going to see Bill, our brother, where he passed away. I said, I don't know why God sent me there, but I'm so darn proud that it was me He sent. I was able to connect with Bill. Susie said, you may have been sent there, and then to see the signs of the rubber bands and then the butterfly, so you will believe in the signs God and your angels send you. I got quiet. Wow. I thought about it the way she was putting it, and it makes a lot of sense. Gosh, I sure hope so. When Susie and I were done talking, we said our good nights and hung up. October 28, 2021. The wind has been so crazy here and beep. I worry about the tree in the cemetery in Megan's area. There were already 2 branches broken off from the ice storm last year. I wanted to go to the cemetery to check the tree out, but I did not make it there today, so I will go tomorrow. October 29, 2021. Madison and I went to the cemetery this afternoon, and while driving over there, I saw 1:11 p.m. on the clock. I kept my thoughts positive, and I always ask first off, please help me to help them get the headstones put back to where they belong. I always ask to watch over my babies and for good things to come to us, all of us, in life to be happy and healthy. Then I thank God and my angels. I did ask Megan and Wyatt while at the cemetery to go to Beep's mom, get inside Beep's heart to help us. While visiting with Wyatt, Madison and I saw 2 butterflies flying together through the air. They were yellow orange in color. The 2 were together, and it was a beautiful sight. My 2 angels. In my mind, I keep asking, and of course, I know I have to write that letter. I wish I could concentrate on that right now, but for some reason, my mind won't let me go there. It's not like before when I would get signs or a premonition of what to do something, and my gosh, I couldn't get it done soon enough. But for some reason now, I can't get in my mind of how to even start the letter. What, like, I hope this letter finds you well? I felt I needed to contact you to let you know what had been going on in the cemetery for the past 6.5 years. I pray I'm contacting the right people, family. Yeah, wow, okay. I will try something like that though. October 30th, 2021. Man, my mind just isn't with it, and I have no idea why. I'm trying not to think too much into it, but at times it's hard. I have had my own scenarios. No, no letter written today. Everyone have a safe and healthy Halloween. October 31st, 2021. Happy Halloween, my babies. Well, today has been calm and peaceful. 1:21 p.m. Jen called. We talked for about an hour, hour and a half. We talked about what I'm doing. I told her I will be on the road soon going out of state because the state denied me for years here. She said, oh, I know. You need to go out of state anyway because you know how states like to go against one another. So that would probably work out better. I said, yeah, I think so too. We talked about other things and she had to go because her dishwasher had overflowed onto the floor. We said our goodbyes. I haven't heard much more than that, but I can't wait until I do. Thank you, dear God. November 1st, 2021. Wow. If only. If only I could wake up feeling good like this every morning. I can feel something good is going to happen. I woke up having a good feeling about Beep and his findings. I'm praying that it all works out. That's what I'm waiting for. 11:51 a.m. Madison and I left to go to the cemetery, and we went today because we missed going yesterday for Halloween. We love you, my angels. There were some workers out there digging, and there was a tent set up. Looked like a funeral. May they rest in peace. After we sat with Wyatt for a matter of a minute, I just don't and can't get comfortable when the workers are out there. Then I drove around to see where Megan. I I did get out of the car because I wanted to take pictures of the cut marks in the grass by Sheridan Beep's rock headstone. I took a few pictures of the whole area too. As I turned to go back towards the car, I noticed the truck that had the trailer for the shovel tractor driving out of the cemetery. I also snapped a picture of that too. I sat there for a few minutes or two, then pulled away. I told Megan, to give Wyatt a hug and a kiss and tell him we love him. I told him the same thing to do to her. After we left the cemetery, I was in search of an oil changing business or a tire shop. My shield guard had fallen down and it needed a couple screws put back in it. I did get it fixed. In my mind, I kept thinking, I need to get the letter written. For some reason, I can't get my thoughts straight to concentrate on what I should write. I told Madison, tomorrow while you run errands, I'm going to concentrate on getting the letter written. She said, all right, yeah, I will run the errands and you sit in quiet and it will come to you. I looked at her and thought, I love you, my baby. When Madison and I were done, we went home, and to no avail, I did not get anything written yet. Pray for us. 10:10 p.m. I messaged Carla. I wrote, keeping my fingers crossed. I hope any day. Love you. Carla wrote, sweet. I love you too. Just a friendly reminder, my podcast, Emily's Podcast, A Tribute to All Little Angels, are also found on Spotify, Amazon Music, Samsung Podcast, Podcast Index, Audible, Listen Notes, RSS.com Community, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast. Thank you for listening and stay kind with your words.